There's 2 master prestiges in here. And he has a dark matter knife. Okay. I realize the game has been out for like a month now, but holy fuck, dude. See, on this game, the cool thing about playing on a newer Call of Duty is that you can actually kind of distinguish the tryhards from the not so good players. Whereas like everybody on the other Call of Duties are like 10th prestige. Like every single person is 10th prestige on there, or like 11th prestige or whatever. Everybody's modded to shit, or they're just sitting at level 55 on whatever prestige. And there's no way to really tell how good anyone is, even if you did look at their stats. But on this game, when you see somebody that is at least, I don't know, at this point in time, December 8th, if they're at least 8th prestige, they're gonna roll your ass. Like, they really are. I honestly hope they keep the things like the, I don't know, customization pieces that you can unlock, and my teammate didn't see that guy. I hope they keep all this shit in the game because it gives you something to do other than just, I don't know, the typical Call of Duty thing where you just shoot each other. I mean, you're still shooting people, but now you're shooting them for a shiny pair of gloves. See what I'm talking about? They're at the top of the board. I mean, the one's not doing that well, but hopefully they keep like this kind of, I don't know, character customization thing like in the game. In future Call of Duties anyway. I mean, it might not happen, but it kind of gives people just more to do. Even though I'm not the most, how do I explain it? Biggest tryhard when it comes to unlocking shit. There are people out there that go solely for the challenges of games and just unlock everything they possibly could for it to get all the rewards and shit. That's what those the achievement hunters would do. I was partially an achievement hunter. I remember specifically doing a shit ton of things for Halo 3, getting every single achievement for it, and I felt really cool about it. I had friends that had well over 200,000 gamer score like years ago. Shit, even Andre and Shane, those guys that I made the original Rage Charges with, those guys were achievement hunters, like real achievement hunters though. I was like a Walmart achievement hunter. I would like try to unlock everything for one specific game. These guys will unlock every single achievement for every single game they have ever touched, ever. You give them Call of Duty, they're gonna get every single achievement. You give them Tetris, they're gonna get every single achievement. I remember there were websites, maybe they're still there, where it listed all of the easiest games get like gamer score, I guess. How to do every achievement, have every single strategy for every single achievement, and list games based on difficulty and how rewarding they are, like depending on how many points you get out of it and how worth is it. The main thing was to try to find games that had 1,000 gamer score that were really easy to get 1,000 in. I remember Halo was a big one, and although it wasn't easy, it gave more than 1,000. So Halo is a really big one. I loved Halo, so of course I'm gonna achievement hunt the fuck out of that. But as I was saying, like with this game, I think it'd be pretty good for people. The people that unlock everything in video games are the people that you trust with your projects in school. They get everything fucking done. See, I'm the type to, you know, I'll contribute. I'm not gonna completely slack, but I ain't gonna go up and over. Hey, bro, if we could get at least a C, I'm happy. I mean, shit, I passed high school all on D's and C's. A rare B. Honestly, I had the worst luck when it came to group projects. It's not that I got every single person that didn't want to do anything. It's that I got people that always wanted to do it half-assed. Like, I mean, myself, I guess. I always got the people at the time that had the kind of the same view as I did, where it was like, well, I mean, why go above and beyond when I can pass without doing as much? And I mean, in a sense, without the people like me that are just kind of doing the bare minimum, the people that are going above and beyond stand out even more. So all you A+ students out there, you can thank me later. My brother's an A+ student. My brother has like a 4.0 GPA. Some people know, but not a lot of people know, but I do have a brother, and my brother's pretty much the exact opposite of me. Doesn't really play that many video games, kind of relaxes, always overachieving on shit. And meanwhile, you have me, the bare minimum nerd that just kind of does this. And not like the super overachievement kind of nerd either. I just like nerdy things. I'm not that good at them. There are certain things that people can do to make themselves look smarter. For example, if you read books, you impress me. You honestly do. If somebody ever comes up to me and asks me about a movie based on a book, like The Hunger Games, for example. When I sit there and they're like, oh, what'd you think of The Hunger Games? I was like, oh yeah, the movie was pretty good. And they're like, oh no, the book is much better. Immediately, my view of you, my eyes are open. I'm like, you actually seem pretty intelligent. Immediately, my view of you as a human being changes. I'm like, wow, this person has enough commitment to read words off of paper, as opposed to just watching it within a 2-hour span. They want like all the details and shit. They went that extra mile. And I know that kind of sounds stupid saying it out loud, but that's just kind of how I see it. Like if you read books, you just seem smarter to me. Like people that wear glasses, you just seem smarter. It's a stereotype. I mean, I've met some dumbasses with glasses, I'm just saying. When Destiny came out, actually, I remember I was super hyped for this game. I was like, this is pretty fucking dope. An RPG FPS, it's pretty sick. And the things that you could do in the game were like relatively simple, but at the same time, like people didn't know exactly what to do up at the start. So everybody was kind of around the same area. And then you had a couple people that were like a little bit ahead of everybody else. And then about a week in, they were like basically done with everything in the game. And they just kind of looked back and down upon everybody else behind them like, huh, Fucking noobs. You didn't spend 80 hours like I did. And honestly, it was people like that that kind of killed the game for me, because I'm trying not to sound like a fucking hater, because like I'm just this little noob that's obviously I'm not as good at the game as other people. And I'm just using Destiny as an example, like don't get offended. It's one of the more recent ones that comes to mind. I stopped playing Destiny because I felt like whenever I achieved something, it didn't matter because somebody else had already achieved it before me and took that extra step. It made my achievements feel minuscule. What was the point of me, I don't know, completing this certain raid when this guy has completed that raid solo by himself on the hardest difficulty with no armor on? It just absolutely kills your drive to improve at all. You would think that something like that would actually motivate you, but the thing is, whenever you try to take any other step, I can do something as small and minuscule as getting a rare piece of armor and people are just like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, mine is like 6 times stronger than that. That's pretty good, bro. Good for you. That's not fucking good for me. Don't pat me on the back. Just tell me it fucking sucks. It's a bold truth, and I know that your exotic pair of shoelaces have more stats in them than my entire set of shit rare armor. I fucking get it. And then whenever you go to try to do something, there's always that one guy that's telling you that you're doing it wrong or that you could do it more efficiently. And then if there's somebody around not telling you what you're doing wrong, you're not gonna assume that you're actually doing things right. You're just gonna assume that there's some way that you don't know of that could be more efficient. That's how I feel anyway. That's why I can't get it. I mean, I'm gonna try to get into World of Warcraft, but dude, like with the new expansion of World of Warcraft coming out, I might go and play that game. But the problem is, now I might just not, because all these people are just gonna look at me and I'm gonna have no idea what the fuck to do. And I feel like if I don't have a higher level just coaching me through and just holding my hand all the way through, then I'm just gonna feel like I'm not doing it right. In no way, shape, or form am I encouraging anybody to be an underachiever. I'm just saying, as far as the type of student I was, yeah. To follow after my brother, be an overachiever, anything you do, not just school. My brother's a good example. Are you fucking... What the fuck is this? What the... Hello? What the fuck?